Hello and welcome to Awaz News. I am Kubra Ali and I'll be taking you through big news across Canada.
Arrest made after boy 15 stabbed during brawl near Toronto School Police. Jerry West, a third-time Hall of Fame selection and the NBA logo dies at 86. New housing starts mean $100,000 per home needed to fund infrastructure report. Investigation launched into suspected cyber attack on TDSB IT systems. Dollarama ups stake in Latin American business Dollar City plans expansion to Mexico. The beer store will be allowed to sell lottery tickets under new agreement. Toronto police charge suspect in alleged child luring.
These were the headlines. Now let's jump right into the details.
Police say a young person has been arrested in connection with a large brawl near a school in Toronto's Western neighborhood that left a teenage boy with stab wounds on Tuesday. Police were called to Ellis Avenue near Jane Street and Lawrence Avenue West at around 3:30 p.m. for a large brawl involving dozens of teenagers, police said. Acting Inspector Todd Jocko previously said that as many as 30 teens were involved in the incident, which started near Western Collegiate Institute. During the altercation, a 15-year-old boy was stabbed in the torso, Jocko said. He was taken to hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries, and police said the victim is now stable condition. Police said they are still investigating the circumstances surrounding the fight, but confirmed Wednesday that one young person has been arrested in connection with the stabbing. TDSB spokesperson Ryan Bird told Tuesday that the fight occurred off school property and after school had let out for the day. Police would not confirm if the teens involved were students at the school. As Canada aims to build homes faster, both the public and private sectors will need to boost spending on municipal infrastructure, a new report from the Canadian Urban Institute says. The report, funded by the Canada Infrastructure Bank, estimated the average cost of infrastructure needed to support housing likely exceeds $100,000 for each newly built home. That includes funding for resources such as public transit, roads, water lines, schools, fire halls, or recreational facilities. The Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation forecasts Canada will require an additional 3.5 million housing units by 2030 on top of the 2.3 million already projected to be built to restore affordability to levels seen in 2024. That level of increased housing starts, more than 500,000 homes annually, is equivalent to building a new city the size of Calgary each year for 7 years, noted report author Michael Fenn, Ontario's former Deputy Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, who has also served as Municipal Chief Administrator in Hamilton and Burlington, Ontario. While some new housing will benefit from pre-existing infrastructure, the report said there are barriers to financing newly required projects. For example, municipalities are often reluctant to either incur debt or pass along capital costs through property tax hikes for political reasons. In some cases, growth is stifled by municipalities insisting developers shoulder the financial burden by prepaying for the full capital cost of long life infrastructure. The report noted there is also municipal opposition toward leaning on the private sector to deliver public infrastructure, especially if it involves transferring ownership or control. It proposed multiple alternatives, such as moving away from requiring prepaid development charges to an approach that provides secured payments over the lifetime of the asset. Municipalities should also develop new financing tools that allow them to share the costs of infrastructure among those who benefit from it, including developers, the report recommended. It said developing tools such as land value capture and tax increment financing can help cities deliver more services. Other recommendations include leveraging private capital to invest in public infrastructure through measures such as utility and development corporations. It said financial risks should be shared with the institutional investors that are in a better position to absorb them. An investigation has been launched following a suspected cyber attack on the Toronto District School Board. In a memo released Wednesday, the school district said it had recently become aware that an unauthorized third party gained access to TDSB's system. The attack targeted the district's technology testing environment, a system employed by the school district's IT services, according to the memo. The school district's primary operating system remains operational and unaffected, it said. An investigation has been launched, said TDSB, adding it has also notified the Toronto Police Service and Privacy Commissioner on Ontario of the incident. If it is determined that any personal information was impacted, the district said it will provide notice to all affected individuals. We understand that news of a cyber incident is concerning, but please know that we are doing everything possible to learn more about what occurred and address this situation, the memo reads. Given the ongoing investigation into what occurred, we are limited in the information that we can provide at this time. The school district has set up a dedicated information line in light of the events. Anyone with the questions about the incident is being asked to contact cyberincident at tdsb.on.ca. Dollarama Inc. has increased its stake in Latin American retailer Dollarcity to 60.1%, with the acquisition of an additional 10% interest and announced plans that will see Dollarcity expand into Mexico. Dollarama also has acquired an option to buy an additional 9.89% stake in Dollarcity at any time on or before December 31st, 2027. Dollarama and Dollarcity founding stockholders also said that they have agreed on governance terms as the expansion of the business to Mexico. Dollarama and the Dollarcity founding stockholders will indirectly have an 80.05% and 19.95% interest, respectively, in the Mexican portion of the business. Dollarcity intends to pilot its first store in Mexico in 2026. Sales for what was Dollarama's first quarter totaled $1.4 billion, up from $1.3 billion in the same quarter last year. Comparable stores sales for the quarter rose 5.6%, including an 8.7% increase in the number of transactions and a 2.8% decrease in average transaction size. As anticipated, we are seeing a progressive normalization in comparable store sales, with growth primarily driven by the persistent higher than historical demand for core consumables and other everyday essentials, Rosie said. As Canadian consumers continue to seek out compelling value for their hard-earned money, we will remain focused on executing on our value and convenience promise. As the province plans to introduce alcohol sales to Ontario corner stores this summer, the beer store will be allowed to sell lottery tickets and other items under the new agreement. In May, Premier Doug Ford announced that convenience stores can start selling beer, cider, wine, and ready-to-drink beverages as early as September 5th. In doing so, the beer store will also be able to expand its offerings, including lottery tickets. At the time, the beer store said it was looking forward to the next stage of the company's evolution amid the expansion of alcohol sales in the province, a statement which a spokesperson told Awaz News, Toronto stands. Liquor will remain limited to LCBO locations, while cannabis and tobacco products will only be available at licensed dispensaries and convenience stores, respectively. For the LCBO's part, it said although there is nothing in the regulation that prevents it from selling additional items, it has no plans to do so at this time when asked about lottery ticket sales. The LCBO was already permitted to sell lottery tickets in its stores prior to the new agreement, but has never exercised the right, a government source said. As part of the agreement, which was reached before the expiration of an exclusive deal that was set to end in December 2025, the province will reimburse the beer store up to $225 million. In a statement to Awaz News, a spokesperson for the Ontario Lottery and Gaming Corporation said it continues to evaluate opportunities on a case-by-case basis when asked about the sale of lottery tickets at beer stores' locations. The plan to expand alcohol sales in Ontario's convenience stores makes good on a campaign promise made by Ford back in 2018. As part of the deal, licensed grocery stores will also be permitted to start selling ready-to-drink beverages and large pack sizes of beer as of August 1st. Jerry West, who was selected to the Basketball Hall of Fame 3 times in a storied career as a player and executive, and whose silhouette is considered to be the basis of the NBA logo, died Wednesday morning, the Los Angeles Clippers announced. He was 86. West, nicknamed Mr. Clutch for his late game exploits as a player, went into the Hall of Fame as a player in 1980 and again as a member of the 1960 U.S. Olympic team in 2010. He will be enshrined for a third time later this year as a contributor. He was general manager of 8 NBA championship teams with the Los Angeles Lakers, helping build the Showtime dynasty. He also worked in the front offices of the Memphis Grizzlies, the Golden State Warriors, and the Clippers. A suspect is facing sexual assault charges in connection with an alleged child luring, and Toronto police say they are concerned there could be further victims. According to police, a 38-year-old man communicated with a child online via Snapchat pretending to be a 17-year-old. Police allege that the suspect, aware of the victim's age, met up with them in person and sexually assaulted them. Officers executed a search warrant on June 11th in the area of Dufferin Street and King Street West in connection with the investigation. In a news release issued Wednesday, they said that 38-year-old Fatih Rashid of Toronto has been arrested. He's facing numerous charges, including luring a child, sexual assault, sexual interference, invitation to sexual touching, indecent exposure to a person under 16-year-old age, and failing to comply with a release order. Police said the suspect used the usernames SAVAG3LOVE666 and YDK.LOV33 to communicate with the victim. Investigators released images of the suspect Wednesday and said that they are concerned that there could be more victims. Police are asking anyone with further information to reach out to investigators or call Crime Stoppers anonymously. Police also pointed to resources for kids and parents about staying safe online, as well as for those who may be at risk of offending.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll see you back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.